The 6 minutes walk is a constant shear stress test that measures the distance a person can walk over a 6 minutes period with rapid passage on a flat, hard surface. It is the simplest and most used test to evaluate the patient's functional capacity.
Indications. We have some indications to do the 6-minute walk test. These indications are divided into 3 parts. The first part is comparison of pre- and post-treatment or intervention functional status, like pulmonary hypertension, congestive heart failure, or surgery for lung resection. The second part is assessment of functional status, like COPD, cystic fibrosis, and older people. The third part of indications are predictor of morbidity and mortality, like primary pulmonary hypertension, COPD, and congestive heart failure. This is all indications that we need to be present before to do the 6-walk test.
Absolute contraindication for the 6-minute walk. First, unstable acute myocardial infarction or angina pectoris in the month before the test. Second, resting heart rate greater than 120 beats per minute. Resting blood pressure greater than 180 millimeters of mercury in systolic or 100 millimeters of mercury in diastolic. Fourth, uncontrolled cardiac arrhythmia. Fifth, lack of collaboration.
We need to prepare our patient before to do the 6-minute walk test. We have following these simple steps. 1. Comfortable clothes should be worn. 2. Appropriate walking shoes must be worn. 3. Patient should use their usual walking aids during the test. 4. The patient's usual medical regimen should continue. 5. A light meal is acceptable early into the morning or early into the afternoon before testing. 6. Patients should have not exercised vigorously 2 hours before starting the test.
Start of the procedure. 1. No hearing should be performed before the test. The patient should sit and rest in a chair located near the initial position for at least 10 minutes before the test. During this time, take the vital signs and verify that the patient complies with the indications. Pulse oximeter is optional. If performed, measure and record the baseline heart rate and oxygen saturation. Have the patient stand up and rate their baseline dyspnea and general fatigue using the board scale. Set the live coordinate to 0 and the timer to 6 minutes. Keep all necessary items ready. Explain the procedure clearly and easily to the patient. Remind them of the objective of the test and the most relevant indication. If possible, make a demonstration yourself. Put the patient on the start line and once active, start the time. Avoid walking next to the patient to avoid chains and gait. Do not make the patient speak during the test. Use a uniform tone when giving instructions that motivate the patient. After the test, record breathlessness and fatigue levels using the board scale after the walk. 10. If you use the pulse oximeter, record the final values and remove the device. 11. Record the number of turns from the counter. or check mark on the worksheet. 12. Record the additional distance covered, using the markers on the wall as a guide. Calculate the total distance traveled and record it. Finally, congratulate the patient for his good effort and offer a drink of water.
To determine if the distance that the patient walked is similar to the wood walk, reference values calculate from mathematical formulas derived from different regressions equations based on age, weight, and gender adjust. In people aged between 40 and 18 years, the Truster's equation is used. However, different others develop equations to predict the test, depending on the patient's age range. The most relevant data is the distance walked. The drop in oxygen saturation 4% of the basal level with the exercise, which will indicate greater convenience.